You are right in the midst of the change, each and every one of you, as an individual, as a group, and as a collective consciousness of the entire planet. It's a complex form of profound love that unexpectedly wells up within your chest and washes all through you, leaving you in a state of wonder and awe. It's hard to think of a name for it, but I have just decided to call it luminescent love, because there is a certain luminosity to it. In one way, it makes sense to be experiencing a greater love during these times. It's undoubtedly a part of our ascension process, as most of us on a spiritual path have come to know. The very essence of who we are is love. Each of you are innately creative, imbued with creative powers by the very nature of your being as eternal consciousness with choice in focus. In this realm, you are awakening to the sovereign authority of this power, and we celebrate that this is becoming more real to you. We encourage you to joyfully create flowing energy with love and confidence. We invite you to discover how easily and readily you can change your experience. Alter your vibration, elevate your frequency, connect with and open up to new flows of wisdom and insight. Make manifest new experiences and feel deep and sustained feelings of peace, joy, and conscious connection. Traditionally, society has pressured people into conformity. Peer pressure to conform to an immediate social group begins at school because, from an early age, people are taught that they should conform to outside standards. However, this pressure towards conformity has been lessening in recent decades, and it will continue to lessen as people realize that there is strength in diversity. Diversity is natural. Conformity is unnatural. In the universe, every snowflake, every person, and even every proton is unique. Together, the sum of the parts makes up a perfect universe of infinite diversity. Change is upon you, and as that change is upon you, there are different things that you can do to be preparing for that change. But the most important thing to prepare for the changes is to be in the moment now. Not to be in the past, not to be holding on to the past, to the old past programming of the third dimensional illusion, not holding on to that at all, letting all of that go. And not only focusing on the future and what is coming, for whatever it is that's coming is going to be here. And you being in the present moment prepares you for whatever it is that comes. That is how you need to look at this. And many of you have been looking at this as a movie playing out, and indeed it is, if you look at it that way. If you look at it, and not saying that any of you are, but there are those across the planet that are looking at this as doom and gloom. This is the end times, the biblical end times. Although all of you know that it is not the biblical end times. But this new emotion I'm pointing to is different even from these experiences, and from what we might have previously called spiritual love. There is a combination of several different elements within it, some of which even seem contradictory. If you feel into it, you realize that right alongside the intense love, there is somehow also a sense of deep sorrow that flows through it. And then you can become aware that there's also a burst of glorious joy that sparkles through it as well. And a feeling of profound gratitude, and even, at times, perhaps a sense of longing. All of these emotions well up together, intermingling, and tend to bring on tears as you attempt to make sense of it all. And perhaps most importantly, this love seems to be quite specific in that, although it may initially arise as a love for a particular person or group of people, it eventually becomes a feeling of love and compassion that is directed toward the whole of humanity. You may feel it as an invitation to be more present, to move with more flow and ease, more gentleness. You may find yourself choosing to relax more. Upon reflection, you may see that you now trust in your inner connection more than ever before, and you now feel safe and centered more often, more consistently. We encourage you to take these shifts to heart and expect them to expand and increase. We encourage you to feel assured in your ability to create your experience freely and fully. This deepening may feel like a new way to orient to your life. Alia feels it a shift in orientation and knowing to be more present. She's been aware of it in a sense that now the focus that serves her is to feel for how to be present and what to move into. Be present with what to do based on feeling for inner harmony, based on feeling for her own increased pleasure, based on trusting fully what is calling to her, what she's inclined towards. What sounds good now and next. Inner alignment means becoming more of your true self. Your inner being is your true self, and by developing your inner potential, you express more and more of your true self. In heart-centered, new reality consciousness, mutual support is shared between people. That means that being different is good, developing personal skills is good, and exploring your own potential is good. Deep within, everyone is equal. However, in your unique form of expression in the outer world, you are different to everyone else. Not better or worse, not more than or less than, just different, because diversity is natural and is honored through mutual respect. The new reality of heart-centered consciousness is being built on this earth, one person at a time. New reality consciousness is a supportive and empowered state of consciousness, rather than the old reality consciousness of separation and fear. This is that time that you have all been preparing for, waiting for, working toward. And you, indeed, are the ones that are bringing this change forward. We have said this to you many, many times. But you must live in the present moment to fully experience the changes as they are happening. Not as the changes that the cabal or the dark forces want you to experience, but the changes that you want to experience, that you want to have. And how do you prepare for these changes? You prepare by just being in the moment. Yes, indeed, you can store various food sources, water, all of these necessities of life. Can that hurt? No, it cannot. But is it necessary? That will be up to each and every one of you to decide that for yourselves. But be in the moment. Prepare in the moment right now. And if you continue to prepare in the moment, then you will be ready for what comes next. And what comes next after that, and next after that. In experiencing it, there is a feeling of great movement flowing through your entire body. As wonder carries you into a sense of bright, open awareness of a new reality that is more profoundly moving and real than you've ever known before. You have to stop whatever you may have been doing and just focus on experiencing it. It's as if you've suddenly entered a new world, one that feels brand new yet is also somehow familiar, as if you've known it before, long, long ago. At times, this luminescent love arises in response to something you see, hear, or learn about. Other times, it just seems to well up for no discernible reason, and it can feel almost overwhelming. When you think about it, it is quite fitting that this complex emotion felt toward the human race is appearing during these times on Earth. As the shift into a much higher dimension of consciousness humanity is experiencing continues to accelerate. It makes sense that we'd be discovering a deeper sense of love for this race of beings we find ourselves a part of. Knowing you deserve anything and everything that calls to you brings you into a state of unity and oneness with your own greater wholeness. In this expansive state, you more naturally consider what might make this moment right now more beautiful, sweeter, more fulfilling. What would bring me more fully into harmony and unity with all that I am? We see a follow your bliss kind of orientation arising within those human beings embodying more and more of who they truly are. An awakening to the deep inner truth of your innate significance, innate abundance, and your innate freedom to choose how you creatively flow the creator energy that is flowing into you and being expressed by you. You get to choose. In fact, you're meant to choose freely and uniquely as you. That is how the infinite gets to experience aliveness through your unique perspective. When many people in society become aligned in their own personal power, the whole becomes far more influential than the sum of the parts. In fact, it becomes exponentially more powerful. When enough pioneers choose new reality consciousness, there will come a day when their powerfully aligned influence will reach a critical mass. Then it will transform the remainder of society, and suddenly everyone will get it. Society as a whole will then realize that heart-centered consciousness is the way forward into creating its bright, new future. This article was written by Owen Waters, author of the groundbreaking ebook, Discover Your Purpose in Life. Finding your own unique purpose in life is essential to gaining inner alignment. The ebook, Discover Your Purpose in Life, will not only show you how to discover the purpose of your inner being and your own destiny, it will take you on a voyage of inner discovery. On this voyage, you will pass through the layers of what used to be unsolved mysteries. At each step, we will go deeper still, always using the question why to go deeper still, until we reach the final layer and discover the answer to the greatest mystery in life. And before you know it, the movie as you have been watching will have played itself out. And you will be ready for the new changes to come upon you. Not the third-dimensional expression and the programming of old, but the new programming that you are bringing into the new existence in fourth and fifth dimensional experience, the ascension process. That is the changes that you came here for and to bring here, the changes, the process of ascension. That is what all of mankind, that is what all of life prepared for, is their own ascension, their own personal ascension, their own collective ascension. But as you know, this is the only time that a collective ascension happens at the same time as a planetary ascension occurs. These are immense times you are moving into now. But again, just practice each and every moment, being in that moment. Enjoy in that moment. Find whatever joy and happiness and oneness and love you can experience in that moment. You will find that each and every moment following after will be exactly as you have created it becoming. That is important, for it is your creation that is bringing this forward. And we are especially impacted by the present day suffering so many people are experiencing due to the deaths of loved ones, either by the jab or the current wars that are escalating. You can feel your heart breaking with this deep sorrow, as if you are personally experiencing the pain of all people on the planet who for so long have been caught and imprisoned in what seems like senseless suffering. You've maybe felt this kind of compassion before, but never in such an intense way. But then, right alongside the sorrow, there is also a joy about what seems to be occurring on the planet, the awakening of millions of people worldwide that is now occurring and how they are fighting for their freedom and sovereignty. And how communities are already involved in creating the new earth in various parts of the world. You can feel a joy bursting forth within you, just from the realization that we're almost there. almost at the point of turning it all around after thousands of years. It's a joy of knowing we're now nearing the finish line after a long and arduous marathon of needless pain on earth. Dare to give in to the inclinations and desire of your body. It's feeling to take it easier, to rest more, to relax more, to move and enjoy fresh air, to stop and look up at the sky. Within your body, there is so much wisdom, intelligence that can guide you in your day-to-day life. If you were to allow yourself to be guided like this from within by your body, or feeling for satisfaction, increased comfort, more ease, more pleasure, more sweetness, more fun, more beauty. What would astonish you is that you will find that this approach to life actually works. Living this way, things fall into place, work themselves out, and you have more space and more time than you realized. Your life will work if you orient to it this way and choose this way. Follow the inner flow. Cultivate inner peace through feeling for the choices that keep you in ongoing harmony within with all that you are. This is a new way of being in which inner harmony is the priority and ever-expanding unity of spirit the path. Just imagine what it will be like to wake up every morning and know that you hold the key to the very reason for life itself. Not just to your own purpose, but the master key to the very reason for the existence of the universe. When you gain this profound depth of understanding, imagine the sense of purpose and destiny that will be yours each and every day. Discover your own unique purpose in life now. See how it fits in perfectly with the natural flow of the universe and even with the original reason for life itself. Your voyage of discovery is waiting.